This episode has been brought to you by Manscaped. The new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is every man's cheat code to look good, feel good, and turn the page on confidence this year. Go to manscaped.com, use the code GOLTS20 for 20% off plus free shipping today. We are in the heart of the Gulch. I'm your host, Tony Mendoza, and today I'm very excited for my guest. She is going on tour yet again, because you just came off a tour. Now going back again on tour with Mason Ramsey. We got the one and only Halle Kearns in the building. What's going on?
Hi, I'm doing so good. How are you doing?
Dude, the moment you walked into the studio, I feel like I made a friend.
We're buddies already. I'm telling you.
It was so easy talking to you already.
Thank you. You too.
Well, first off, how was your past year, 2024?
I don't know. It was phenomenal. It was just so busy and exciting, and it was just really a whirlwind. It's the busiest I've ever been music-wise, and I guess just that consistently. I've never been on the road that consistently, and it was such a new experience, and I have absolutely caught the bug for touring. I just want to be out all the time.
Did you guys have a big tour bus, though?
We did.
Yeah, so you got to actually, was that your first tour?
It was my first tour bus.
And it was in a bus?
Well, yes. First, elongated tour, I guess. First real tour. Okay. And yes, I got to be on a bus, so I got spoiled.
Oh my
rotten.
gosh. You know how many folks have been on this show and they're telling me about these little cars that they went all over the United States, and the fact that you were so blessed enough to have a nice tour bus and get to experience it. First of all, tell everyone that doesn't know what tour life is actually like.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I have done the car and the vans and all of I went across the United States with a GMC Terrain with two people. It was three of us in the car. So I've done the... Good. You got to pay your dues and work your way up to it. Exactly. And here's the thing. Once I'm off of this tour is wrapped up, I'm back into a van life. So I'm getting a little taste of it. But I would just say it's the least glamorous thing on the planet. I think that the way it's pitched to us and kind of shown to us is this really pretty, sparkly, green room, famous, beautiful thing, and it's just absolute chaos all the time, and you are just fighting for your life to find a proper shower, and it's
there ain't no way, really?
Yes.
So then that leads me to my question here. Pranks. Are tour pranks real?
100%. Yes.
How many times have you been pranked? So
actually only once so far. So Mason, actually, we did a tour together in the fall, and we played 40 dates together. It was long, and at the very end of it, he put on this little wig and a hat and came out dressed up as my photographer and came out and started snapping pictures. And this is during my set, so I'm before him, of course. And he runs out, starts taking a bunch of pictures, ends up turning to the crowd, snapping some photos of them. And then a couple people realized, even though he looked so much like a woman, it was so impressive, but then ran right off, and it was really cute.
You know what? So what is y'all's dynamic like? Because first of all, who doesn't like him? Who doesn't like Mason? And what's even more amazing is that the fans, both of y'all's fans, just seem to really gather around you guys really well. So talk to me about what's that fan interaction like with both sets?
He's such an incredible person, and I've been so blessed to get to know him really, really well. We basically were roommates for months. So getting to know a side of him that the public eye doesn't see has been really cool, because he's just the sweetest person, and he's really coming into himself. He just turned 18. He's become a little man, and
he's badass now.
Yes, right? And I don't know. I grew up with three sisters, and so I've always kind of wanted that that brother energy, and he feels so much like a little brother to me at this point, and his family members feel like family to me, and it's been so special.
Is it a family affair?
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. He always has some family member out with him, and either his cousin or his aunt or someone's out there, so it's been really cool to watch them rally around him too and keep him grounded, keep him humble, and it doesn't take a lot. He's an awesome person.
Well, you can tell the star power just like yourself, and since you just came out with your EP, Quarter Life Crisis.
Yeah.
So in a way, you were kind of like Big Sis.
Yes.
On the tour bus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So was there any times that Big Sis had to kind of shut it down?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wait, you got to let me know.
I don't know if there's a specific example that comes to mind, but I feel like there were just things Mason, no, stop. Hey, we just you kind of bicker like siblings, but it's all fun. And we're just seriously family at this point.
I was listening to the music, right? And first of all, I love finding new music. And the song out of A Quarter Life Crisis was Boots. Dude, the boot was amazing, dude. I love that song.
Thank you.
Let everyone knows who do not know that song. Let them know a little bit about it.
That song is all about like knowing your worth as a woman or a man. If you were dumping someone, like this is all about just knowing what you were going to stand for. And if they're not meeting that, then goodbye. Like you gotta dump them, you know? Yeah, you gotta give them the boot. And it's been such a fun live moment that has been by far and away my favorite song to play live on the road. Which I'm like a sentimental, emotion-driven ballad girl through and through. So the fact that the boot has become one of my favorites is really kind of a plot twist. But we do this thing now every single night where I tell them, I'm like, okay, guys, this is the part where we're talking about dumping a guy that doesn't deserve you. So if you have boots on tonight and you want to slip one of those off your feet and just hold it in the air, like I want everyone to scream as loud as you can, give him the boot. And we just make it this thing, and it's so fun. And now we're at this point where on stage, right when I'm starting to introduce it and that beat kind of starts coming in, we have people slipping off shoes and like hold them up and like they're ready to go for that one. So
wow,
it's made it really fun.
How many boots have you seen in the air with that song?
Oh, hundreds. I mean, thousands at this point.
Wow. And then have you ever had to autograph a boot?
Yes.
Yeah?
Almost every night. Yeah.
Really?
There's at least someone in meet and greet line that takes the boot off.
What's a boot that gets you, like you enjoy looking at it? What's your favorite type of boot?
It's a great question. It depends on the mood. It depends on the night. You mean like brand wise?
No, I'm talking about like just a boot that, you know, that you like. Maybe it's your favorite. Maybe you own a boot that just looks really cool. Like mine, for example, is like a caiman skin.
Oh,
I love my
okay.
caiman skin boots
Cool.
from Mexico.
Love a rattlesnake boot.
Ooh.
I think rattlesnake looks really, really good. I did have this girl one time hold up these like almost moon shoe looking croc boots. And I was like, those are both admirable and atrocious at the same time. And so I was like, this is at least different than all the other standard boots we see every night.
Well, first off, you know, shout out to that because it's one of my favorite songs. Another thing that I'm really starting to learn about you is just that personality that you're able to brighten up a room.
Oh,
not a lot of people brighten up rooms like from their presence. So where did that come from?
Goodness, I don't know how. Thank you. I don't know. Probably the Three Sisters thing. That's probably a lot of it.
Which one are you?
I'm number two.
You're number two. So you were the neglected one?
Yeah, exactly. I'm the middle kid. No, I've never felt like a middle kid. I feel like we always say like the four of us girls are like, if we were a cube, we were in all four corners. Like we are all so different. And yet what makes us so alike is our sense of humor and like personality wise. You can pick up the phone and not know who's on the other end because we all sound the exact same. I don't know. We just get together and
what's their different traits though? Out of y'all three sisters.
Goodness, everything. I mean, from hobbies to life interests to beliefs, like everything. We are just, even how we look, like we all look so different and same parents and everything. So it's just crazy that.
What would your sisters label you? Like if you had to ask them, it's like, what is your like?
Depends on who you ask and what day it is
okay.
and how much they like me that day. But I'm probably the more like the most girly girl, the most high maintenance to an extent.
And you know what? I'm high maintenance
Self-deprecating. No, I think I'm probably the most like country leaning girly girl. I don't know.
You're just in a way just being yourself.
Yeah.
And is everyone in your family musically inclined?
Yes. Musically inclined, yes. No one's really pursuing it or chasing it down at all, but everyone has like a natural gift set. I actually feel like mine's probably the most like taught. And some of my sisters, I mean, all three of them actually have beautiful singing voices, and I feel like it's a more natural thing, whereas I've kind of had to like train myself to get there.
You really took off via TikTok. Right?
Yeah.
What did the audience see that they like, man, I really like you?
I can kind of pinpoint a couple different moments of sharing songs that were a little more, I guess, just like kind of the gut punch stuff. I have a song called Nothing Left that's just talking about like giving and giving all these parts of you until you feel like there's nothing left. And then, which is kind of like that people pleaser song in me. And then same thing with this song called Are You Okay? It is all about, it sounds like you're talking to someone and checking in on them, but it's actually a song that I wrote out of a journal entry kind of to myself. And it's just a way of asking myself and checking in like, hey, you're kind of like spreading yourself thin again. You're getting worn down and you're people pleasing really aggressively. Like, what is that in you? And are you actually okay? So I don't know. I feel like those were the moments that I really felt connected to those people early on and kind of got that following right off the bat, was sharing the more vulnerable, intimate moments with them.
How hard is it to write your feelings?
In theory, it's easy. I'm a very hyper aware of my own emotions kind of person. So I think that is easy, but how honest I'm being with myself, I think, is where I can get tripped up. I feel like I'm really turning a page right now in my career where the songs I'm writing are more honest than ever, and not in like a pretty way, in more of an ugly way, honestly. Like, I think I like to take the emotions that maybe felt ugly at the time and gloss over them and make them, put them like in a little bow, you know? And lately I've been trying to find a way of just like getting in that ugly moment and relaying it where it is, because the truth of it is some of those emotions aren't meant to be polished and to be made beautiful. They're meant to just be told the way they are. So I guess it's not a direct answer to your question. But
No, absolutely. I mean, a quarter life crisis means that everything's changing around you.
yes, constantly, daily.
Every day. And it's like, even to us talking about just rings and things like that, these are all things that are just going in our minds now that we're older.
Yeah.
But one song that I loved about it was High School Friends.
Yeah.
We think about our friends that we grew up with, and you give that moment of, you kind of lost touch with them, especially high school friends.
Yeah.
But when they see you online and they see you living out your dream, going on tour. I love what you say in that song where they think it's nice and easy that you're living the dream, but they have no idea the challenges behind being a musician.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, going into this route, this musician realm, right? How challenging is that compared to, your typical 9-to-5 job? They're both challenging.
Totally. And I think it's apples to oranges. It's so hard to compare. And honestly, I don't have a lot of experience in the other realm to be able to be like, this is harder, this is easier. I think it's probably just like any other career where there are so many things about this that I'm so blessed to get to do, and it's so beautiful. And then there are things that are really, really tough about it too. And there's so much unknown, which is probably the scariest part. I was just talking about this with my husband yesterday. The amount of no's and the amount of rejection. We talked last year, my manager and I, about like getting tougher skin and like what that looked like for me last year. Like, I hit so many walls last year. It just felt like, and you would never know from the outside looking in. They'd be like, oh my gosh, everything's just rolling out for her and it's going so well. And she was on the road. I was on the road for like 80 dates. Like, what a dream come true. But then there's another side of that I hit so many no's. There's so many straight up rejections, or just the Nashville no where it's just like silence. And we were just like, what is going on? But the tough skin thing, he was like, I think you've just grown like complete calluses like you at this point, because we've just hit so many roadblocks. And I think it's so easy to look at the highlights and be like, you're crushing it, you're killing it. And in some ways, yeah, sure. But then there's also just so much people don't see that doesn't get talked about very often either, because there's kind of like this maybe shame or embarrassment mask that kind of goes over it. And you're like, no, everything's perfect. Everyone wants to look like they have their life together and that everything's going beautifully, but it's not the reality of this world, and especially of this industry. So.
100%. If it wasn't for, though, our close friends, our family to keep us going,
absolutely,
it's very hard to keep on the straight and narrow in this business. It's tough.
Yes.
But speaking of this business and being tough, it'd be very tough if we didn't take a break real quick for our sponsors of the video, and we'll be right back right after this. This episode has been brought to you by Manscaped. The new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is every man's cheat code to look good, feel good, and turn the page on confidence this year. Go to manscaped.com, use the code GOLTS20 for 20% off plus free shipping today. Love You Back. Talk about that song.
Yeah, that's my latest single. This song, it's so funny because I wrote this. It was not originally supposed to be a duet. And I knew that second verse just sounded so, I was like, this would be the perfect song to make into a duet. And then I was like, well, I just so happen to be married to a singer. And his voice is beautiful. I love my husband's voice. His name's Kelly Robertson, and he's incredible. He's been a worship leader forever and ever. So he just has a gorgeous voice. And so I'm like, what a sweet way. This song actually came out on our anniversary weekend. And I was like, what a sweet way to celebrate our anniversary with a breakup song. Like, let's just talk about breaking up. But it's all about, just, it's that tale as old as time, losing a loved one, losing someone that you weren't ready to lose, saying things you didn't mean, but the pride's in the way of getting them back. It's just kind of that back and forth. And it's been really cool to do it with Kelly because, we've both been through that before.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to be in a relationship where I'm like, we are so happy and so good, and we're in our first year of marriage, and it's just blissful, and we can still relate to each other on like really hard things and heartache that we've both experienced prior to each other.
Well, that's the point, right? I think that's the beauty about two people falling in love and getting married, is that you guys both have a past. Yeah. And the thing is, though, no one has a squeaky clean past. So that makes it able to work each other out in the long run in the marriage. Now, I'm curious to know about that song. Particularly, was it very interesting to go back and forth in the writing process, or did you write the majority of the song?
He actually wasn't involved in the writing process at all.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote this with Renee Blair and Lenny Pay. And
shout out to Renee.
Shout out Renee.
Yeah, Renee's awesome.
Love that girl. We wrote another one recently that's really good.
Oh yeah, so I won't get too much out of you, but I'm curious to know with upcoming singles, because this single was out last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was out last year. So now 2025, new things in the works.
Yep.
So, and we were talking about it briefly. You want to at least try to get 2 other singles before summertime, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that would be on the low end for sure.
So if you had to classify your music throughout the seasons of the year, where are you at? What would be your music? Spring, summer, fall?
Like overall, what is the vibe of my music?
What's the overall?
Oh, spring.
Spring 100%?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think it's a very like late spring, early summer vibe.
So inside Nashville, Tennessee, there's so many iconic stages in this town. Yeah. And I'm curious to know, what's been your favorite places to play here in town?
Favorite so far? I thought you were going to ask me where I want to play. And I was like, you might know the answer to that one.
I may know. I think we all know. If you watch this show, you definitely know the answer to that.
Yes.
But what's been your favorite so far to play?
Favorite so far? That's a great question. I played a stage during CMA Fest. It was the...
Was it Ascend?
Chevy Vibes.
Chevy Vibes
stage.
Man, that's a good stage too.
Fire. It was so fun.
Speaking of CMA Fest, are you going to be taking a break in your tour to come back to CMA?
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, we're trying to figure out some dates and stuff right now, but I hope that's the case. Yeah.
What is on tour right now, a location that you're really excited to go to?
Ooh, I have this list going of all the different states I've been to. I've been to like 41 or 42 at this point. Wow. So I'm playing in Connecticut. I've been through Connecticut, but I'm playing Connecticut this year. So I'm actually really excited about that because I get to cross that one off. Going home, going back to Kansas City. I lived there for 4 years after high school. And I get to play there again. That's always so fun because all my friends get to come out, my family.
How does that work as a musician, right? So you go back to a place where you have a lot of family and friends. Is it to the point where I'm trying to think if I were to go back to San Antonio, right? Yeah. And if I had a show, I couldn't think about charging my family and friends to go see me, but I think they'd want to support, but then they're all going to want to see me before the show and after the show and be backstage. How's that work for you guys? Honestly,
with tickets and stuff, I just give out as many as I can before I get cut off. And then with hanging out with everyone, I kind of just accept that day is going to be absolute chaos and like don't expect to do anything within my normal routine. Maybe I'll give myself 30 minutes before the show or something to get ready and like center myself. But at least this last time when we went through in the fall, it was the most chaotic show ever because we had friends in and out of the green room, people in and out of the bus, just like everywhere. But I was like, this is just the one night you got to do it. And I like love being around my people. So
does that throw you off?
Nah.
No, so it doesn't throw you off when folks are coming in and out of the green room before you hit the stage?
No, I mean, if it was like constant, like every single night, I think it'd be a little like, but it's my family. It's my family and like friends that are like family. So it feels so much easier.
All right, now take me into another city outside in this tour, right? Yeah. A place that you've gone to maybe a couple times to play this venue, all right? At what point do you actually get nervous? Is it in the green? Is it in the green room? Is it before you walk on the stage? Is it when you're on the stage and you see the lights? When is it?
It's always like the few seconds. So my guitar player typically plays me on. We've been doing a lot of duo acoustic stuff. And it's right when he starts. It's like that side stage moment, but you're still behind the curtain. Right when he starts, but I'm not out there yet, I get this like adrenaline rush. And sometimes if it's been a while since I've played, I'll get a little nervous before, like in the green room.
How fun is that as a musician to have your band play your song before you walk out on stage?
It's cool. I feel kind of like rock star, honestly.
It is a rock star moment.
It feels a little like, whoa, we're doing it.
and from the standpoint of, because we've been fans of other people, right?
Yeah.
And it's so cool because you just want to be in those shoes.
Yep.
When you walk out, everyone's cheering your name. Everyone's excited. there's just something so magical about that moment.
There is.
Now, would you say that after the show, now take me to after the show, you just finished playing your set, and let's say that you're headlining the show.
Yeah.
What is your typical thing that you like to do after the show? Do you like to immediately go and see the fans, or do you like to do a zen moment inside the green room? What do you like to do?
I go straight back out. I just like maybe put a little lip gloss on, spray some perfume, walk straight back out to the, I have a little meet and greet curtain.
Yeah.
And I just go meet people for as long as they want to do it.
What's been the most unique thing a fan's ever given you?
Ooh. I had this mom and daughter duo when we were in St. Louis this past fall. They brought a basket, knowing I'm from Missouri, of a bunch of like Missouri local made things, like different foods and wines and just little craft things from different local stores. And it was just so thoughtful and like so intentional. And it was just like a little piece of home to take on the bus with you. And I just thought it touched me. It was so sweet.
You know, that's actually a great question. So when you're out on the road this year,
Yeah.
and when your fans come to see you, do you feel great when they give you like a care package, like how mom would used to do, like send you a care package before you go to school where you can take it on the bus, eat it on the bus or anything like what's your favorite bus foods that maybe a fan could give you?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I try to eat as healthy as I can just because you don't ever know what like meals are going to look like that day. So I try to like snack wise, keep it pretty healthy leaning. Like a good old Archer beef stick.
Dude.
Don't bring me beef sticks.
No, I'm not going to bring you a beef stick right now, but that is literally all I'm running on right now.
Dude, it's just like such a good way to get your protein in and just like.
It's the girlfriend. The girlfriend loves beef sticks.
Yes.
I don't know if it's
Put 'em in your
TikTok or
purse.
something.
I don't know either, man. I really don't, but.
All right. Well, then speaking of, because, you know, obviously if I were to be on the road, the number one thing I would be nervous about is eating bad.
Yes.
And
No,
I'm
really hard.
notorious for a Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
If there's a Chick-fil-A, I'm like church, I'm walking to it.
I'm there with you unless it's Sunday. But I don't know. I think it's easier than you think because with the bus, especially, there's a fridge and there's all that to where you can keep healthier options on board.
Well, you know, keep on going on the same train before we can go into more questions about music. So what is a red flag? So I want you to give me, if you met someone and they like this type of fast food, what is that red flag?
Oh.
Be honest now.
What's that place called? White Castle.
Yeah, it's the fact.
White Castle, if you're like into that, if you were consuming White Castle sober, you are a walking red flag. I will say that.
That's an absolute truth. I don't know what it is about. Those things are so, I don't know, man. They don't look real to
Can't
me.
do it. Can't get behind it.
I'm going to say something that's very controversial, but if you guys watch this show, you guys know I dislike this food so much. It's a love-hate. Everyone loves this food. I'm wondering if you can guess it.
Chipotle?
It's Taco Bell.
Oh.
Everyone loves Taco Bell. Emily Ann had a moment here talking about Taco Bell. I don't see the hype of Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, right. Why do you like Taco Bell?
I don't know. Maybe it's a nostalgia thing. Like, I grew up eating it. I know it's not great for me, so I'm not going to like default to it.
See, now people watching this are going to bring you Taco Bell after the show.
Gift card.
Real cold. And just like, here you go. I heard
Here's
on
a
the show.
6-hour old quesadilla. I'm like, oh, pass, thank you.
Now, speaking of some music and bringing up stages, right? So I'm curious to know, this is a very general question, but it means so much to other people. What stage has given you the heebie-jeebies before you jump on it?
I think it's if there's ever a gap between shows, like a pretty decent gap. I even noticed I played the Maui Songwriter Festival in January, which was amazing. But it was like small lawn type. We're at a hotel.
Yeah.
So.
Love Maui, by the way.
But it'd been 3 weeks since I played a show because it was over the holidays. And for some reason, I got super nervous before I started playing that one. And I was like, I think it was just out of the swing a little bit. So anytime it's like that, but the most nervous I've probably ever been before a show was my first like real opening act slot. I opened up for Tracy Lawrence back in like 2018 or 19. And that was my first like, oh, he has music on the radio. Kind of like
he's super tall, I hear. I hear he's
Trace
not.
Adkins.
Oh, Trace Adkins. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But I was like about to throw up. I was in the car with my dad, like, and he's like, bro, breathe, like you're good.
Have you ever been nervous seeing someone in the crowd that you recognize and you're like, oh snap, they're watching me right now?
Yeah. I would say actually any more like industry centered show. So LA, New York, Nashville, those are always more nerve wracking than the other places because you know people in the audience kind of, I mean, you know,
There's somebody.
Yeah. I mean, they could potentially impact your career in some way or just have an opinion that matters to other people. And I don't know. It's like one of those things you got to be like, you're going to like me or you're not going to, regardless of how I feel right now. So like, just have fun and do what you do anyway.
Going to LA, how often do you go back and forth from Nashville to LA?
We're there about quarterly right now.
Really?
I've been starting to go there more and more. My management company is out of LA. Manager's here in Nashville. So we're going up there a lot, taking meetings and just, I'm writing out there quite a bit and yeah, getting my feet on the ground out there.
Did you get to meet a lot of people from LA at this point, or do you know a lot of people over there?
It's building slowly. We don't only usually go for like a week or so at a time. So I feel like it's, you know, it's kind of just like moving to Nashville. You meet people little by little and somehow that keeps expanding. Texas
is on the tour list, right? Or not yet? No. How come?
I don't know.
Have you played Texas before?
Yes, we were there in the fall.
Okay, what's your favorite area to play in Texas?
Oh, I love Austin. I went to Austin for the first time in the spring or maybe it was fall. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then I always love the Dallas area too. I actually haven't played San Antonio yet.
You haven't played San Antonio yet? Have you played Billy Bob's yet?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard the lore of Billy Bob's?
The lore, no.
Oh, it's just basically it's the spot where everyone goes in Texas and they have the hands on the thing and.
Oh, didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, what's that?
Oh, in Billy Bob's, if you play it, if you become like a legend of Billy Bob's, they just like the Walk of Fame in.
Stop.
Yeah, they make you put your hand and they put it on the wall. So it'll show your hand and your signature. So a lot of Texas acts start to really want to play Billy Bob's. That's like one of their Grand Ole Opry moments.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, have you played yet the Ryman of the Grand Ole Opry yet?
I haven't. That's what I was going to say about the Nashville stages.
Do you feel like that is something that may be in the works maybe this year, hopefully?
I hope so. I've put it out there that like that is a huge, huge goal of mine in 2025 is to play the Grand Ole Opry. So I'm like, fingers crossed, like it'd be such a dream.
That's a stage.
I was born.
It's scary to think that how many people have gone to the Grand Ole Opry, performed to the Grand Ole Opry. Have you at least interviewed at WSM yet?
No.
No? Oh man, we need to make that, Aaron. We need to make that happen, man.
I love Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron Cooper.
I love Aaron, yes. She's going to be at the show in Nashville.
Oh yeah?
April. Mm-hmm.
See, I'm telling you.
She'll be announcing it.
Really?
Yes.
See, Nashville's such a fun town, man. It's like
everyone's buddies.
Everyone's buddies. We're all trying to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And everyone's a part of this thing called classes.
Yep.
And everyone that's basically, you guys know this at this point, classes are when groups of people make their way through the Nashville scene. So I got a fun game there, and it is a bunch of random questions. I want to do 3 of them if you're down to do it, and I'm hoping we get some fun answers. So bring it up to you, put it like on this guy right here, and give it a good spin.
Okay.
See what happens.
That was a bad spin.
That's fine.
Most embarrassing moment on stage.
Yeah, and then put it back down. Let's talk about it.
Got it.
All right, most embarrassing moment on stage.
Okay, so let's go there.
Let's do it. Come on. I've heard a lot of different stories, so it's fun.
Sorry. Was playing a show in Indiana.
Okay.
I don't remember what town we were in, but it was like peak summertime. This is like mid-July, maybe late July. Hot as Hades outside. I decided to wear these suede pants.
Who doesn't love a suede pant?
I don't know. I've been loving like a bandana top lately, okay, too. So just keep this in mind. I'm going to try not to give too many visuals here. Do you know what a sticky bra is?
Yes, that's well, it's not a sticky boob, right? Is a sticky bra the same thing as a sticky boob?
It's just like covers.
Oh, yeah. So
without straps.
Yeah. So sticky boobs is what you're talking about. Okay, cool. Got it. Yeah. If you have a girlfriend,
Sorry,
you know
I'm really
what sticky
just
boobs
going
are.
there right now.
It's fine.
But this is the worst thing that's ever. I literally cried when I got off stage because I was just like so flustered by this. Now it's hilarious. But I start sweating. It's 90 plus degrees, 100% humidity outside. It's hot. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, these aren't sticking well. And I'm on stage. It's full band. I'm like, there's a catwalk situation. I'm going down there.
Oh, it's a big stage.
Big stage. Also, another thing to preface is that my ears, something's wrong. Something's
can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything. So in order to hear myself, have to walk to the end of the catwalk. I'm listening off of the house speakers. Like I'm like literally trying to just front of house use that.
They don't know. You don't know how hard that is. That's not easy.
And so I'm off on time. Like everything's just going horrible.
Oh man.
The stage is in the shade. The catwalk's in the sun. But the only way I can hear myself on the catwalk, and like otherwise I'm being like deafened by drums because I have to take an ear out. It's a whole thing. Just whole thing.
Musician problems.
I'm opening up for Brantley Gilbert, also kindest soul in the whole industry, literally an angel. He's watching side stage. All this happened. He didn't mention it later on, thank God, but like this is what happened. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm holding my shirt up because they're coming off. And I end up walking back to the drum cage, and I'm like smiling, I'm having a good time. I'm performing, right? Like I'm on. And then I turn around to the drum cage and my face is just like ghost white. My bass player said he saw me and he's like, what's wrong? And I literally just have to take them off, and like one just falls. So I turn around, they're attached to the middle. It was just the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. Everyone just wardrobe malfunction.
You know what? You're not the first person to say that here.
No way.
Yes. Tracy Lynn had the exact same issue.
You are lying.
And she talks about it. And what she did that time in her show, it's got one of the most views on the show, is she talks about it, that the sticky boobs fell off.
Yep.
And she looked at the crowd and said, free merch. And she... Now you did it a little bit more, and we love you, Tracy Lynn, so don't worry. But
that's legendary.
But that's the thing, though. It happens, and you know what? It's even more challenging for ladies because you guys have an image. You guys are not only gorgeous, but you're also extremely talented. Yet you don't want anything to go wrong. No. You make guys' lives seem so easy.
And yeah, honestly, like yes.
Yeah, totally. When guys perform, we don't have to.
No, you don't think about sticky boobs. I just like the heat didn't cross my mind. Like I'd been playing a lot of indoor venues at that time, so I wasn't thinking through like it's summertime and there's heat. I don't know. I don't really sweat that much normally. I mean, it was
the wrong place, wrong time.
It was horrible, and my drummer's entire family was there, and they like all saw everything, and I was just like.
Well, we're manifesting that doesn't happen this year, especially not for CMA Fest.
Yes, I got to call her and talk to her about that. That is so funny. We can trade horror stories.
You know her too?
No, I just want to. Okay, I just literally want to bond with her for sticky boobs now.
Yeah, that's a legendary thing. All right, let's do two more of these.
Yay.
Ooh.
Oh, Dream Club, Dead or Alive?
Let's do one of each.
This is such a good question. Someone that just like popped in my mind right away for the Dead would be Keith Whitley. I love his voice so much, and I think he's such like a good duet voice too. And I think our tones together would be really cool.
How important is that in duets?
I think it's everything.
Yeah,
I think the way voices blend together is everything in a duet. They don't necessarily have to match, but just blend.
That makes sense. What about Alive?
There's so many people I would love to duet with. Tim McGraw would be.
Oh, heck yeah. That's what I was thinking too early when you said it.
Such a dream.
That man is still attractive.
Yeah, beautiful man.
I don't understand how he's getting older, but he's getting more and more attractive.
Yeah. And he's one of those people that walks in a room and you're like, even if you didn't know who he was, you're like, you're a star. I don't know who you are, but you have that thing.
I actually love him as an actor.
Yeah.
His acting is absolutely...
Faith? Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. What was the one I thought? Friday Night Lights. I don't know if you ever saw that one. He plays
in that?
Yeah, before the show, there's a show and then there's a movie of Friday Night Lights. And, and Tim McGraw just plays like this drunken, angry dad. Man, he plays a drunken, angry dad very well.
It's a little concerning.
And then what about a guy or a girl, real quick?
I think like Gracie Abrams or Colby Kelly would probably be my answer.
Absolutely. Now, who would you say this year is going to be a pretty big name? I was just at CRS and they kind of went off who they think's going to be, popping off this year. And Avriana was one that was pretty big. Yeah. And Megan Patrick, I believe, was another one. Who do you think?
I love Avery.
Avery's
and I met her and she's just like a little sweet baby girl. I just love her. I think Haley Witters is going to have her, like, she's had a moment, but I think she's going to have, like, her moment this year.
I love Haley, too.
She's really cool.
She has a heck of a voice. And so do you. Let's not forget that. Thank you. Now, let's do one more here. One to the right. Boom. Top three
favorite.
favorite non-country albums. Top three non-country albums.
Non-country. John Mayer, Continuum.
I was just playing that today.
Fire.
I was playing that today.
Probably a Coldplay album of some kind.
Taking it back to the 2000s.
Yeah. There's a lot of nostalgia there.
How come there's no, I'm surprised you're not going to say this because my girlfriend would go crazy and I play it whenever she's angry. Lizzie McGuire.
Oh,
from the
fire.
movie.
Second concert I ever went to, Hillary Duff.
Really?
Yes.
Man, that, I don't know what it is. Everyone, because I'm a little older than you, but not that far older. Man, Hillary Duff, Hannah Montana.
Labs.
I mean, it's just funny how much it's influenced y'all. Yeah. To this day,
Yes.
like y'all performing, how much Hannah Montana influenced you.
Yeah, she's a freaking legend.
Oh, I didn't see you guys there. Hey, if you're enjoying the content that we provide, please consider subscribing to our Heart of the Gulch YouTube show. Hit the subscribe button that's right in front of you, or hit the Heart of the Gulch logo over here in the corner. And of course, like magic, hit the recommended subscribe button that's over here in the banner. We would love to have you guys here at the Heart of the Gulch YouTube channel. And let's get you back onto that interview right now. What was your favorite show watching back in the day?
Probably Hannah Montana.
Really? Not what was the ones? You have Hillary Duff, you had the other one.
McGuire.
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible was a cartoon. I wasn't as much into cartoons. I liked the real life Wizards of Waverly Place. That was like a.
Do you remember Amanda Bynes?
Oh yeah.
Back in the day when she made all those movies. Man, you have no idea.
Amanda Show.
The Amanda Show. That's an oldie but goodie.
Yes, I was watching the reruns, but.
When you're on tour and when you're going back to your music and everything, it's just when you go back, do you ever have time to do any of that stuff? Like to watch shows or like when you're on the bus going to these different locations this year, do you have time to write? Do you have time to chill? Like what?
I try to work out time for both. I'm not great with time management. And so like I've been like beating myself to make sure I'm like staying in line with that kind of thing. So, if it's time to chill, it's time to chill for me. And I like turn my brain off, turn everything off, relax. But if it's time to work, like if I know I have a certain amount of hours on the bus every day, I've been writing, I've been doing like even just brainstorming or creating content or whatever it is, just making sure it's not just sleeping and then performing and then sleeping because it's so
People
easy.
Can do that.
It's so easy to do it. But like I've another whole part of my career I'm trying to build out. It's not just the shows, you know?
100%.
So,
and
gotta do both.
What's your favorite Mason Ramsey song?
Oh man. God, I love him. Probably Woman from Havana. It's on his new album. It's so good. There
was a viral video a long time ago, and it has nothing to do with yodeling, but he was in front of, I think it was like Texas sorority house, and he's playing, and he's young at the time, and he's making these young college girls like fall to their knees. Does he really have that aura of him?
It is the Justin Bieber,
Yeah?
Jonas Brothers effect. Like
Really?
these girls are climbing over each other, over the gates, like just for a chance to like touch his pants hem. Like it's crazy.
How do people what are we doing wrong to not have that type of aura?
You don't get that on the street all the time?
No. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Like, wow.
Well, you are the one that is married, so someone obviously did. But
I don't know.
Going back to the days when people said you couldn't do something, they didn't see you performing with Mason, they didn't see you going on tour. How did you not let the naysayers break you down? And what can you say to someone that has that same issue right now?
I think it all has to come from a sense of self way before any outside affirmation. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. I get all my default is like my faith. I cannot function a day without it. So I think that is the only thing that's kept me going. It's the only thing that has made me so assured that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, even on days that tell me otherwise. I know that I'm purposeful in this industry. So I think that that's a huge thing for me. If I didn't have that, I have no idea what I would be doing or where I would be. So that, first of all, and then just like really just knowing who you are is everything. And if people aren't liking that, they're not meant to. And so there's nothing you could ever do to change their mind. If they don't want to like you, they're not going to like you. If they want to like you, they will like you. And you're not doing this to be liked or disliked. You're doing this to create art and putting this out in the world and sharing it with people and connecting with them through that. And that's beautiful. So just, you will lose track of that and you will like forget that every now and then. It's just what do you go back to when your mind starts going on healthy places? What is your center, and going back to that?
Yeah, I love that. And talking about that gut feeling real quick, because there's a lot of people that are watching this right now, fans of you and fans of the show, that are afraid to take that gut feeling to do what really would make them happy.
Yeah.
What made you decide to take that gut feeling of being a musician and, you know, being an amazing singer, because you have an amazing voice? What allowed you to follow that gut feeling?
I will say I feel like I had somewhat of an advantage with like the parents I have. My dad was right off the bat like fully supportive and just saying like, do it, you know, and he made me tell him why. I was in high school and I decided like I was going to skip out on college and I was going to move to Nashville and be a singer. And he's like, cool, how? And I was like, I don't know, but I want to do it and make it work. So ever since then, he's never for a day, you know, questioned me or told me anything besides, you know, keep going, you got this. And I think having that support system has been crucial for me. And just being able to have someone to call on those days that you do feel like giving up and remind like, nope, this is what you're doing. This is what you committed to and you got it. But also just, I think there's something in me. And I think if you're listening and you have been through this, you'll understand what I'm saying. But like, there's something so in me that I couldn't have fought that if I wanted to. Like, if I decided I can't do this and it's too hard and there's too many roadblocks and all these things and I'm going to quit, there's still something so deeply ingrained in me, that intangible thing you cannot describe, that's like, I'm going to be back and I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep trying. Like, there's no part of me that is screaming anything else besides like, this is where I'm supposed to be. So I think it's just finding that and then not second guessing yourself, and just life is way too short to not try it.
I love it. Okay. So my last question on the show, we're filming this in February. It's crazy to say that.
February. What?
February of 2025. What do you foresee yourself, or what are we manifesting for the rest of this year? And what are things that you're really looking forward to?
Can't wait to get back on the road. Cannot wait to be meeting people every night and hugging a bunch of sweet angels. It's the best thing I get to do, without a doubt. So that, cannot wait. I can't wait to play the Grand Ole Opry this year.
We're manifesting that? Okay, we're definitely manifesting that. And I'd love to see what happens at the end of the year.
Same. I would love it so much. Music.
Music. Music.
Team.
We got to talk about music.
Yes,
yeah.
I can't, I'm working on my favorite stuff yet. I say that every time I'm working on a new project, but like it does feel like that way every single time. But this music is so real and honest, and I'm so excited to share it with the world. In a new kind of spin on everything sonically.
It's not done yet though, right? Like,
no.
You don't have these songs completed yet.
No, written, not.
Well, see, that's good though, because it stinks when musicians have the music on them and they're just holding it back.
No, yeah.
That's the worst part ever.
No, totally. And I've been teasing a bunch of new music on my socials and stuff, just 'cause I'm like, there are no rules to what we're doing anymore. And I used to be so precious about all of my songs, and like, you can't hear it till it's mastered and gone through all the DSPs and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, here's this demo, check it out, just listen. But I'm sitting on a lot of music right now that I'm really excited to just start pouring out, get fully produced, release it. And yeah, hopefully a growing team is another thing I'm really working towards.
Hey, Halle, thank you so much for coming to the Heart of the Gulch.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
So much fun. Hey, well, my name is Tony Mendoza. We're still here in the Heart of the Gulch, and I'll see you guys next time. See y'all later.